Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something that millions of cancer survivors face, a challenge that sticks around long after the cancer itself is gone. I'm talking about that persistent, frustrating brain fog.
So, let's start with a reality that really doesn't get enough attention. You go through the treatments, you get the all clear, and you think the fight is finally over. But for so many survivors, there's this cognitive fog that just hangs around. It can go on for years, and it messes with everything: your job, your family, just your day-to-day life.
People call it chemo brain, right? It's a common term. But what's actually going on inside the brain? I mean, this isn't just someone imagining things. No way. It's a real, measurable thing that scientists are finally getting a handle on.
Okay, so the official scientific name is cancer-related cognitive impairment, or CRCI for short. And here's something really important. It's not just about chemotherapy. It can be tied to the cancer itself or a bunch of other treatments. And the symptoms? Well, they can be seriously debilitating.
And listen, we're not just talking about those where did I put my keys moments. This is way beyond that. We're talking about a real noticeable hit to your memory, how fast your brain can process things, your ability to plan and juggle tasks, even just staying focused.
All right, so this is where it gets super interesting. The first clue to solving this whole mystery, well, it's not where you'd think. It's not in the brain at all. It's actually deep inside our DNA. To figure out what's up with the brain, we've got to start by looking at the body on a cellular level.
So think about it this way. We all kind of have two different ages, right? There's your chronological age. That's just the number of birthdays you've had. Simple. But then there's your biological age. And that's more like the mileage on a car. It's a measure of the actual wear and tear on your cells.
And here's the key. A massive stressor, and I mean what's more massive than cancer and its treatments, can basically hit the fast-forward button on your biological clock. Scientists call this epigenetic age acceleration. It's when your body's mileage starts piling up way faster than the calendar says it should. This graph from a recent study just shows it so clearly. Take a look. That white bar on the left, that's healthy folks. Now look at the red bar. Those are patients in the middle of active chemotherapy. Whoa, that is a huge spike. It's showing a massive acceleration in their biological age. On a cellular level, their bodies are aging much, much faster. Okay, so the body is aging faster. Got it. But how in the world does that lead to brain fog? What's the connection? How does that wear and tear on your cells suddenly make it hard to remember things or concentrate? Well, it turns out it's like a chain reaction, a set of dominoes falling. First, the cancer and the treatments hit the body. That causes that big jump in biological age we just saw. Then, that accelerated aging messes with something absolutely critical for brain health, and boom, that's when the symptoms of chemobrain, or CRCI, start to show up.
And that critical thing it messes with, it's a protein called BDNF. I love this analogy. Think of BDNF as like fertilizer for your brain. It helps your brain cells stay healthy, grow, and build new connections. All the stuff you need for learning and memory. And what the study found was crystal clear. As biological age went up, BDNF levels went down.
So, how did they connect the dots? Researchers looked at the actual pathways in the brain. And check this out. The data here shows that the very pathways that build synapses, the connections between your brain cells, were hit hard by both cognitive decline and those lower BDNF levels. It's basically the smoking gun. It's the proof that links all of this together: accelerated aging, low BDNF, and chemobrain.
This research is so important because it's not just about pointing out a problem. It's about finding solutions. I think the lead researcher, Dr. Annalyn Williams, put it perfectly. She said the goal is to step in, to not just help people live longer, but to improve the quality of their lives. And that's what it's all about, right?
And this is the really hopeful part. This might not be a one-way street. There's a lot of evidence popping up from other studies suggesting that we might have some control here, things we can actually do. We're talking about lifestyle changes, like staying active, eating better, quitting smoking. These things could potentially help slow down, or maybe even reverse, that accelerated aging process. So that leaves us with a pretty powerful question to think about, doesn't it? What if the next big step in cancer survivorship isn't just about treating the disease, but about figuring out how to turn back our body's biological clock? I mean, just think about that. It's a question that offers some real, tangible hope for millions of survivors out there.